Back in the late 90s, Carrie Bradshaw was the fashion icon. Her mix of vintage gems and high-end designer pieces, those bold clashes of patterns and textures, and of course, her obsession-worthy shoe collection set the standard for fearless personal style. The mastermind behind her? Sarah Jessica Parker. Today, we're diving into how SJP went from actress to full-blown style icon, shaping fashion for over 3 decades, both on and off the screen. So slip into your favorite Manolos and join me inside Sarah Jessica Parker's closet. Sarah Jessica Parker's impact on fashion isn't just about what she wears, it's about how she wears it. In a world where fashion is often ruled by strict trends and do's and don'ts, she's the one who threw out the rulebook and wrote her own. That's exactly why over 850,000 fashion lovers and aspiring stylists turn to her for inspiration every single day. What makes her style so magical? She has this rare ability to make high fashion feel effortless and everyday pieces look like $1,000,000. She's the queen of mixing high and low, blending vintage treasures with modern designer pieces, and, most importantly, proving that great style isn't about following trends, it's about setting them. Let's start at the beginning. In the 1980s and early 1990s, Parker was already making waves in Hollywood, but her style was still evolving. During this period, she embraced the minimalist wave that dominated fashion, often appearing in sleek slip dresses and simple silhouettes. A perfect example of this era was her appearance at the 1997 Vogue Fashion Awards, where she embodied the essence of 90s minimalism in a perfectly understated ensemble that showed early signs of her fashion prowess. The transformation from actress to style icon wasn't overnight. It was a careful cultivation of personal taste, mixed with an innate understanding of fashion as a form of self-expression. What set Parker apart was her willingness to experiment, to take risks, and to embrace fashion as an art form rather than just a way to dress. When Sex and the City premiered in 1998, something incredible happened. The line between Sarah Jessica Parker and Carrie Bradshaw started to blur. Suddenly, it wasn't just a character on screen. It was a full-blown fashion movement that would shape the way women dressed for years. But here's what most people don't realize. While Carrie's wardrobe was legendary, it was Parker's own fashion instincts that helped bring her style to life. In the opening credits, she was wearing this beautiful tutu. Playful, unexpected, and totally unforgettable. But it wasn't just a cute outfit. It was a statement about breaking fashion rules and embracing individuality. Parker worked closely with costume designer Patricia Field to create looks that weren't just clothes. They were bold, creative expressions of style. They mixed vintage gems with high-end designers, paired unexpected pieces together, and gave us fashion moments so iconic that we're still talking about them today. In fact, one of the most significant contributions Parker made through her portrayal of Carrie was legitimizing the idea that fashion could be both serious and playful. She showed that wearing a vintage dress with designer shoes wasn't just acceptable, it was desirable. The character's famous obsession with Manolo Blahnik shoes turned accessories into something more than just finishing touches. It reinforced the idea that they could be investment pieces, worth both the money and the emotional attachment. Speaking of fashion icons who changed the game, who's another style legend you'd love to learn more about? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and we'll take a look at her style next. Back at SJP, her off-screen, red carpet appearances became events in themselves. She understood something fundamental about fashion that many celebrities miss. The red carpet is a stage, and every appearance is an opportunity to tell a story through clothes. Take, for example, her appearance at the 2006 Met Gala, where she arrived with Alexander McQueen, both wearing coordinated tartan outfits. This was a celebration of the connection between actor and designer, between fashion and art. Sarah Jessica Parker's Met Gala looks always deserve a moment. Every year, she dives deep into the theme, working closely with designers to create something that's not just a showstopper, but a tribute to fashion history. In 2014, She wore a breathtaking Oscar de la Renta gown with his signature embroidered on the train, a detail that became even more meaningful as it was one of his final designs before his passing. And that's because her relationships with designers have been a huge part of her style journey. She's built lasting friendships with icons like Manolo Blahnik, Oscar de la Renta, and Alexander McQueen, shaping not just her own fashion evolution, but the way we see the connection between celebrities and designers. And while her red carpet moments turn heads, it's her street style that truly inspires everyday fashion lovers. Walking the streets of New York, she shows how high fashion can work in real life, pairing designer jeans with vintage blazers, or throwing unexpected accessories into the mix with couture dresses. Her street style stands out because it feels genuine. Every outfit reflects her love for fashion and her willingness to experiment. She's often seen wearing shoes from her own label, pairing them with everything from relaxed denim to elegant dresses. Her approach to style is all about creating unique combinations that showcase personality and individuality. And speaking of personality, you know how Carrie Bradshaw was obsessed with shoes? Well, that passion wasn't just acting. Sarah Jessica Parker is a true shoe enthusiast in real life. In fact, she took her love for footwear to the next level when she launched her own shoe line, the SJP collection, in 2014. In one of her most daring red carpet moments, she showed up wearing two different colored shoes, not by accident, but as a deliberate style choice. It was a bold move that had everyone talking about her line, and it perfectly encapsulated her philosophy that fashion should be fun and personal. Throughout her decades in the public eye, Parker has taught us invaluable lessons about personal style, and there's so much we can learn. You know what's amazing about her? She never looks like she's wearing a costume. Even in the most outrageous outfits, she looks completely at ease, like she's just being herself. That iconic Oscar de la Renta gown she wore to the Met Gala, it was this massive, dramatic piece, but she wore it like it was her second skin. That's the first big lesson right there. Wear the clothes. Don't let them wear you. Here's another genius move from her style playbook, mixing expensive pieces with affordable finds. One day you'll spot her in a vintage t-shirt paired with a Chanel jacket. The next, she's rocking H&M pants with Manolo Blahniks. I love this about her because it shows us that great style isn't about having an unlimited budget. It's about having an eye for what works together. She'll take a $30 vintage dress, add an incredible designer belt and some killer heels, and suddenly it looks like $1,000,000. And can we talk about how she accessorizes? This is where she really shines. SJP knows that sometimes it's not about the dress, it's about what you add to it. She's the queen of taking a simple outfit and making it extraordinary with just the right touches. One time, she transformed a basic black dress into this unforgettable look just by adding an oversized flower brooch and those signature mismatched shoes we talked about earlier. It's like she always says, accessories are where you can really tell your style story. Sarah Jessica Parker's impact on fashion culture is huge. Through her role as Carrie Bradshaw and her personal style, she's changed how a whole generation thinks about fashion. She made it cool to be serious about style without taking yourself too seriously. She showed us that fashion is an art form and a way to express who you are. Her style legacy isn't just about a bunch of iconic outfits. It's a lesson in personal expression. From her early Hollywood days to becoming a global style icon, she's taught us that true style comes from confidence, creativity, and staying true to yourself. Now make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more fashion icon profiles. Until next time, stay stylish.